Mojang rustled some feathers with their tentative changes to book enchantments, and I covered them on another video. One thing that was missing from this list of enchantments, among other things, were Trident enchantments. Now, it's unclear how they plan, or if they plan, to bring back these books in the game, but as I've been living underwater for the past few months, the Trident is something that I've lamented how underwhelming it is. So with the hope that Mojang could use this enchantment shakeup to improve the weapon, here's how I would save the Trident. The Drowned, a regular guest when I'm working around my base, and the most common hostile mob you'll come across underwater. Now in Bedrock, they had the good sense of making impaling affect all things in water. In Java, sadly, this has not been the case, as if you're throwing a Trident with Impaling 5, it takes 1, 2, 3 hits to take down a Drowned. This makes Sharpness 5 and Smite better enchantments for taking these guys down than the actual Trident enchantment does. So what they need to do is they need to bring this into parity with Bedrock and make the impaling effect all things in water. That way, you could one-shot these Drowned, and this would actually make the Trident what it's supposed to be, which is an effective underwater weapon. Just having it be good against Guardians isn't enough, as ocean monuments are fairly uncommon, and you really don't need, unless you're like really need sponges, you don't really need to go and invade them all that often. Now outside Dolphin's Grace, there really isn't an option to increase swim speed. Riptide can make you faster, but it's also a pain to use. You have to constantly time charges, and it's very active. Now this would be a great opportunity to add in a swim speed enchantment. I'm sure you can make the argument you can put it on pants, but the Trident is meant to be the underwater tool, the underwater weapon. So you could put it on this and give yourself a way to increase speed underwater. A constant utility. Swimming is actually one of the biggest hassles I find of having an underwater base. You can go really fast on top of water with boats, you can fly in the air with Elytra, but when you're underwater there really isn't any way to speed up your travel. So the sort of normal places you traverse through underwater become increasingly a pain to do. So this would be, I think, a really big change to make underwater living much, much easier. And finally, we got to talk about, I think, one of the single biggest buffs. And that is giving us a way to display the Trident model as decor. The Throne Trident, in my opinion, one of the nicest models in Minecraft. It looks so cool. Just sitting there in the sand, in a wall. Let me just look at it. It's awesome. And I've always thought like, man, I would love to have this, like, behind you, like on the wall. You could kind of like, I'm sure there's ways you could kind of set this up to look like it's, something stuck in the wall, behind a castle or a chair, just there on display. I mean, how cool would that look? How cool does this look? This looks great. I don't know how they do it. I mean, you can't, have it in the item frame like this, it just doesn't look the same as having it like this. I mean, come on, this looks awesome. So I think one of the single biggest buffs, because it's something everyone could use, would be having this displayed as an object. Even if, you could, I don't know, if you put it on a item stand or a armor stand. Get like an armor stand, put it down, and equip the Trident. I guess you can't really do that because it's armor, but oh no. But having that just sitting there, or setting there somehow, it'd be awesome. Yeah, you can't tell me it's not. So as I continue my underwater exploits, I hope the enchantment shakeup might bring this forgotten weapon up to its bedrock form, or perhaps even more. I won't be holding my breath though, no pun intended. But I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. I'll see you later.